Hello all my dear students. In this video we will learn about the fractions. What are fractions? A fraction is a part of a whole number and a way to split up a number into equal parts. It is written as the number of equal parts being counted, called the numerator, over the number of parts in a whole figure, called the denominator. These numbers are separated by a line. As you can see the example which is given here, 2 by 3. 2 shows the number of equal parts being counted, means that is a numerator. And 3 shows that the total number of parts in a whole thing. And 3 is denominator. So the top of the number is being called numerator and the bottom of the number is being called denominator. And they are separated by a line. Now we will learn finding the parts of a collection. It's given 3 by 4 of question number 2. Find 2 by 3. We will see the relation between hour and minutes. As it's given hour and minutes, and we all know 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. So 2 by 3 of 60, because we need to find the number of minutes, and that is of 2 by 3 of an hour. So 60 will be divided to 3, we will get 20, and then 2 will be multiplied, which is left here, that will be multiplied to 20, and 20 into 2 gives us 40 minutes. That shows 2 by 3 of an hour is equal to 40 minutes. Now question number 4. Amla studied for 1 by 12 of a day. For how many hours did she study? Now, the two things are given in this question. One is day and one is hours. So we need to see that two things are given, day and hours, and we should find out what is the relation between that. So 1 day is equals to 24 hours. It means she is studying 1 by 12 of 24 hours. So 1 by 12 of 24. 24 divided by 12 will give us 2, and as it is 1 here, so when we will multiply by 1 into 2, we will get 2 only. So she studied for 2 hours. Finding equivalent fractions. There are two ways to find the equivalent fractions. One of the way is multiplication and the second way is division. So by multiplication, I will multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number. Here you can see the picture. It's given 1 by 2. If I divide both the parts by 2, I will get this. So that shows 2 by 4. The part which is shaded here, the same part is shaded here. Only I am multiplying by 2, means I am multiplying by 2. It means each part is multiplied by 2, and that shows that the fractions are equivalent. And we can find more and more equivalent fractions by multiplying with the different numbers. By division, to get equivalent fraction of a fraction, we need to divide the numerator and denominator of the fraction by the same number. As here we multiplied, and in the reverse case we can divide them. So it's given 4 by 8. As they both come in the table of 2, they have a common factor 2. So we'll divide by 2. 4 divided by 2 will give me 2. 8 divided by 2 will give me 4. Even 4 and 8, they both come still in the same table, that is a table of 4. So we can divide them by 4 also. So 4 divided by 4, 1. 8 divided by 4, that is 2. Exercise number 3. Find the first 4 equivalent fractions by multiplication. When it just comes to find the equivalent fraction, we can multiply with any number. But when it comes to find the first numbers, why we can't take 1? Because when we will multiply by 1, we will get the same fraction. So we will multiply by 2, then by 3, then by 4, then by 5, And if we want more, we can keep on multiplying them. Find the two equivalent fractions by division. Now, by division, that means we can divide them by their common factor. So, 9 by 18. They both come in the table of 3. They both come in the table of 9. So, we can divide them by 3 and by 9. 9 divided by 9 will give you 1. 18 divided by 9 will give you 2. 9 divided by 3 will give you 3. 18 divided by 3 will give you 6. Now here is 12 by 18. They come in the table of 2. They come in the table of 3. They come in the table of 6. So we them 12 by 18 by 2. 12 divided by 2 will give you 6. 18 divided by 2 will give you 9. 12 divided by 3 will give you 4. 18 divided by 3 will give you 6. And even we can divide 12 and 3, 12 and 18 by 6 also. Fill in the blanks to make the fractions equivalent. As I told you, to make a fraction equivalent, we need to multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. Now here we can observe 1 is given, but here its numerator is the missing number. And here it's 5 and it's 15. So obviously we are multiplying 5 by some of the number. It means I am multiplying this by 3. If I am multiplying the denominator by 3, it means I need to multiply the numerator also by the same number. So when I will multiply 1 by 3, I will get 3. Same here in this case means I need to multiply 3 by one of the number, that is by 7. Then only I will get 21. So if I am multiplying the denominator by 7, then I need to multiply the numerator also by the same number, and I will get my equivalent fraction. Now, like and unlike fractions. The fractions with the same denominators are called like fractions. For example, you can see the denominators are same. So, it will be given in the pair. For example, if someone asks you 7 by 9 and 3 by 9, are they like or unlike? When you find the denominators are same, they are being called like fractions. The fractions with different denominators are called unlike fractions. Here is the example which is given, and it's clearly visible the denominators are different and they are unlike fractions. Exercise 4. Put a right for like and cross for unlike fractions. Here you can see in the first and here the denominators are different, so they are unlike fractions. Compare the fractions, fill in the blank with greater than, less than or equal to sign. We can see the denominators are same and the numerator value we have to look up. It shows 6 parts are taken out of 7 and that shows 3 by 7. Obviously 6 by 7 is more. 2 by 10, 2 by 10 that is equals to 1 by 2 and 2 by 2. 2 by 2 means shows a thing is there and there are two parts out of it and both parts are shaded. It means the whole part is shaded. Obviously that shows 2 by 2, that is a one whole thing, and one whole thing is greater than half. Arrange in ascending order. Whenever you find the denominators are same, we will follow the same thing which we always do, smaller to bigger. So here one part is taken away out of 7, which is a small, then 3 out of 7, then 4 out of 7, and in the last 7 by 7, which means a whole part. Addition and subtraction of like fractions. Now it's 3 by 6 plus 2 by 6. I have shown you a picture here which is there. It means 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that makes 2 by 4. Why we do not add denominator? Because we are not changing the number of parts. The number of equal parts will remain same. if I'm going to add 4 plus 4, so the number of parts means their size and the equal size is not there. So we will only add up the number of parts taken or being shaded. So that shows 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that is equals to 2 by 4. Same here in the case of subtraction, like here 3 out of 4 which is shown. If I'm going to remove this part which is here, now I'm left with only, if I'm going to remove 2 parts, sorry, so that shows only 1 by 4 part is left. So we will only add or subtract the numerator number. The number of parts will in a whole thing will not be getting changed. Now proper, improper and mixed fractions. What are proper fractions? The numerator is smaller than the denominator. That shows proper fraction. Improper fractions, the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. Like this, it shows improper, or we can say that it's a whole number. Mixed fractions is a combination of a whole number part and a fractional part. Together they make a mixed fraction. Unit fractions, proper fractions with 1 as a numerator are called unit fractions. Wherever you find the value 1 as a numerator, that is called a unit fraction. For example, 1 by 7, then 3, sorry, not 3, 1 by 3. They all are examples of unit fractions. Now, exercise 7. Convert the improper fractions into mixed numbers. For converting the improper fraction into mixed numbers, we will divide them. So 5 divided by 2 will give you 2. This is quotient, this is remainder, and this is, we can say, divisor or denominator. And the way to write a mixed number is means a combination of a whole number and a fractional part. So this question shows the whole number. So quotient means whole number, that is 2, remainder is 1, and divisor is 2. So this is a improper fraction. 27 by 9. We know when we will divide we will get as 3. So when we find the numerator is a multiple of a denominator, the fraction represents a whole number. Convert the mixed numbers into improper fractions. So whenever we can see this is whole number and this is a fractional part. Right now they are in the mixed number. And to make them into improper fraction, it means the numerator will be greater than the denominator. So this divisor will be multiplied to quotient and we will add this remainder. So 3 will be multiplied to 4, that is 12, and 12 plus 1, which is remainder here, will make it 13. Same here, 3 will be multiplied to 3, that is 9, and this value will be added, which is a remainder. So that makes 10 by 3. Thank you.